Start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Try that with me. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, 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 joy. Now we put them all together. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release.
Good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Santa Rosa. Thank you to the band for starting us off, remembering we feel that sweet joy. My name is Tamira Hume, and I'm a practitioner here at our center. And I'm really glad to be with you today. One of the biggest challenges of our era is the mistaken idea that we are separate from one another. And yet, our founder, Ernest Holmes, says in the Science of Mind textbook that our universe is not divided against itself. Our center is here to help us remember that we are always one, that no matter how dark the world may become, when we are together in love and unity, we tap into that power that creates entire universes. Whether you're in the room or watching online, please know you are indeed welcome here, where we aspire to embrace unity by honoring inclusion, equity, and diversity. Please join me in reading our mission. The Center for Spiritual Living is a spiritual community that promotes global transformation through personal transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. We are motivated by a compelling global vision that inspires us to bring the gifts of compassion, integrity, and loving kindness to the world through our programs and teaching. Together, we are helping create a world that works for everyone. We work to discover our unity through the 5 spiritual practices that we teach here at the center. Will you please read those with me? Spiritual study, affirmative prayer, meditation, selfless service, and spiritual circulation. One of the ways that selfless service shows up at our center is through our thriving youth and family program led by Jennifer Caldwell. Jennifer, raise your hand so we can smile at you and appreciate you. Woo! There she is. And our volunteers create a very loving and inclusive space for all of our children every Sunday, sharing fun activities rooted in science and spiritual principle. Today we honor them and all the transformative work that these volunteers do for our children. Here is a video from 2 of our volunteers sharing what they love about volunteering with our youth.
Hi, I wanted to talk about volunteering with the youth and family program here at the center. I've been doing it a couple of years, and I started off because I heard they needed help. I didn't have any experience, but now that I'm in there, I get a lot of joy out of it. I mean, basically I've been with all the ages, and when I'm with the toddlers, there's a lot of curiosity, and they're also imaginative, and I just love seeing that. When I'm with the elementary kids, they're creative and fun and energetic, and they do have a lot of energy at times. And lately I've been working with the teens, and with the teens, I really see that they're creative also, and there's a goodness and also a vulnerability that comes out in them, and it gives me hope for it tells me that Spirit's alive, and it gives me hope for the future. It's pretty awesome. And one more thing, I do want to give a shout out to the other youth and family volunteers, because they're doing a great job, and kudos to them.
I started volunteering 20 or so years ago when my boys were babies. I would come to church and throw them into somebody else's arms so that I could get my hour of spirituality. And that transitioned into volunteering. And so I hung out in the baby room where I got to receive your children. And over time, my kids have grown up, and I've fallen in love with the teenage years, because teenagers are kind of the same. Life changes, but teens and what they go through don't. And I fell in love with our teens. I got invited to go to teen camp this past winter. I was an inner teen with all of these kids. They were supporting me more than I was supporting them. One of them stepped into leadership. These kids give me hope for the future. They make me feel really good about who I am. And mentorship is really the best way that I can focus on giving back. And the funny thing is that they're mentoring me. So if you're looking for any kind of volunteer work and want to participate, the Teens Youth Church, that's where it's at.
Thank you to all of our youth and family volunteers for the difference you're making in our children's lives. Be sure to stop by their table on your way out of the social hall today to find out more about how you might volunteer. Our center uses flowers to send messages of love. Today's dedication is for Jo Lauer and her family. With tender hearts, we surround Jo Lauer and her beloved family in love and in blessing. For 33 years, Jo graced our center with her radiant spirit. Her voice rang out through our choir, lifting spirits and opening hearts. Her lavender rose performances brought laughter, insight, and warmth. Through her writing and film work, she pointed us towards deeper truth and shared humanity. Now we release her with love, honoring the beauty she brought to this world. Fly free, dear Jo, carried by the prayers of your center family and held always in the heart of spirit. Those are her flowers. We would now like to extend a warm welcome to our first-time visitors. First-time visitors, please stand or raise your hand, and we will bring you a flower and a welcome packet as a token of our gratitude that you are here with us today. And remain standing or keep your hand raised so we might find you. If you are watching online for the first time, let us know in the chat. We're really grateful to have you. I know that somewhere in the music, meditation, prayer, practices, and Reverend Russ's message today, you will find exactly what you need to experience your next step of your spiritual unfoldment. You are indeed welcome here. Now please enjoy some music before we spend our short time in silent contemplation and prayer.
Allow me to see beauty and love lives in me. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are home. We are home. We are home.
There is one life, one presence in and through all. It is everywhere present, known by very many names: God, Buddha, Spirit, Divine, Source. No matter what we call it, it is still that same power and presence that infills all of life with its love, its peace, its harmony. And I am a part of that oneness, that wholeness, that divine source flows in and through and all around me, just as it infills each and every one here in this sanctuary and online. Each is individuated expression of that divine love that flows everywhere within. And so I accept for today that this love is eternal. It is infinite. It is creative. And it is right here, right now. And it is in our musicians. It is in each and every one of those here. It is in our youth and family. It is in those that have volunteered to create this service. For each is an expression of that love of the divine. I am so grateful and thankful for this truth, for this knowing, for this gift of the divine. I celebrate with a heart filled with gladness and joy and peace. And I release this word knowing that it is already happening. And together we say, and so it is. Good morning. My name is Lorena Fisher. I'm a prayer practitioner here at the center. Won't you please join me in reading today's affirmation? I open to the infinite, unconditional love that surrounds and sustains me, and so it is.
Perhaps love is like a resting place, a shelter from a storm. It exists to give you comfort. It's there to keep you warm. And in those times of trouble, when you are most alone, the memory of love will bring you home. Perhaps love is like a window, perhaps an open door. It invites you to come closer. It wants to show you more. And even if you lose yourself and don't know what to do, the memory of love will see you through. Oh, love to some is like a cloud, to some as strong as steel. For some a way of living, for some a way to feel. And some say love is holding on, and some say letting go. And some say love is everything, and some say they don't know. Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of change. Like a fire when it's cold outside, and thunder when it rains. If I should live forever, and all my dreams come true, my memory of love will be of you. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memory of love will be of you.
There I am. Good morning. Can we give some more love to our power trio this morning? Christopher and Brett and Nick, thank you. In June of 1962, Indian activist and monk Satish Kumar, along with his friend E.P. Menon, embarked on an 8,000-mile peace walk from New Delhi to the capitals of all the nuclear-armed states at the time: Moscow, Paris, London, and Washington, D.C. They took with them no money. And stopping at a tea factory at one point in their journey, they were gifted some tea and told by the tea makers to deliver a message. When you think you need to press the button, stop for a minute and have a fresh cup of tea. They eventually delivered the tea. Satish Kumar and E.P. Menon demonstrate what life that is lived as spirit, as love, can look like. They didn't go looking for peace. They brought it with them. They didn't search for love. They brought it with them. They didn't let barriers like borders or money prevent them from delivering their message of peace. They let spirit, as love, carry them through any obstacles, including trying to be practical and realistic at the expense of the greater good. In fact, Satish Kumar was critical of leaders that he referred to as realists, saying, "Look at what the realists have done for us. They have led us to war and climate change, poverty on an unimaginable scale, and wholesale ecological destruction. Half of humanity goes to bed hungry because of all the realistic leaders in the world." I tell people who call me unrealistic to show me what their realism has done. Realism is an outdated, overplayed, and wholly exaggerated concept. Now, the realism that I think Satish Kumar is talking about is the acceptance that the separation we see in the world is its natural state. And sometimes it can be tempting for me to want to believe in separation when I see others as the enemy, because this feels realistic and practical and necessary for my survival. And sometimes it can feel like I might be fooling myself, or I'm going to get in trouble if I try to embody spirit as love. In fact, sometimes it feels like I'm going to let other people get away with bad behavior. But here's the thing. Spirit as love is not passive. It's always an active force that holds nothing outside of itself, because it can't. It's the recognition that there isn't anything at all outside of spirit. Everything is spirit. Period. End of talk. And this is the sort of love that Rumi talks about in his poem, A Great Wagon, and this line will probably be familiar to you. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. And this is the idea that we're going to explore today as we begin August, because our theme for this month is Infinite Love in Practice. And today's talk is titled, Not Like Human Love. So what could be in that field that is beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing? Well, I like to think of Rumi's poem as a love letter to spirit, but it's written as though spirit is writing it to itself. When he talks about meeting in the field beyond wrongdoing and right doing, he's talking about meeting spirit, or rather, remembering that there is no separation between him and spirit. When we can move beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, what happens is we enter a state of awareness in which we get to experience Spirit as love. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to that phrase, Spirit as love. You'll notice that I didn't say Spirit's love, because that might imply that love is a thing that Spirit can or cannot give. It's a subtle distinction, but once love is spoken of as a thing, as an object, it then becomes separate from Spirit. It becomes conditional. And this idea, it reminds me of this phrase that comes from Taoism. You probably heard this one too. The Tao that can be spoken of is not the Tao. So if I do a poor job of describing Spirit as love in this talk now, you know why. Spirit, though, Spirit as love, it's beyond separation. So here's one way you might imagine Spirit as love. Your awareness transcends your body, this whole world, this entire universe. You become aware of every thought, every action, every creation, and every idea about creation. You are aware of everything as everything. Imagine being awareness itself, not inside your body, but this presence that includes all bodies, all thoughts, all experiences. Not observing Spirit, but being it. Everything is there in your awareness as your awareness. So give it a try for a moment. Imagine what it's like to be aware as everything, to hold nothing outside of you. In fact, to be aware beyond everything. Well, that might be a bit difficult to imagine, yeah? And if it is, you're not alone. Humanity's been struggling to understand this for as long as we've been trying to understand, well, anything. And what makes it even more challenging is that we live in both a world of seeming opposites everywhere we turn, and yet that world is also one of pure consciousness. Spirit as love. And this is the challenge that we're warned of in the Greek myth of Narcissus and Echo. Narcissus was a stunningly beautiful man. Everyone who saw him immediately fell in love. But he was proud and cold-hearted. He rejected all suitors, showing no compassion for their feelings. And then one day, Echo, a mountain nymph who could only repeat the last words that were spoken to her, fell in love with Narcissus. But he cruelly dismissed her, and she faded away in sorrow until only her voice remained. To punish his arrogance, the goddess Nemesis cursed Narcissus. He would fall in love, yes, but with someone he could never possess. Soon after, Narcissus came upon a clear, still pool of water. And as he leaned over to drink, he saw his reflection and instantly fell in love with the beautiful face he saw, not realizing that it was his own. Unable to touch or speak to the object of his desire, he became obsessed, wasting away beside the pool until he died. And according to the myth, a flower, the Narcissus, sprang up where he died. Now, what's described in this myth is the extreme of human love, conditional love. Narcissus went through life looking for love outside of himself. And when he couldn't find it, even after it had found him in the form of Echo, he was cursed to forever see a love that is only a reflection away. When the truth is that Spirit, as love, was always with him, he just couldn't recognize it. Had he not been so proud and so arrogant and so closed-hearted, he might have been more open to that Spirit within. And then he could have lived from that love rather than demanding it of the world around him. But the metaphor doesn't stop there. Notice that it's Echo who falls in love with Narcissus. And that reminds me of the law of mind and the science of mind. The idea that what we put out into the universe with our thoughts and actions is what is returned to us through our experience. So because Narcissus' heart was cold and he didn't know how to share love, love couldn't be echoed back to him. He couldn't receive it. His problem was that he had to start that search from love, not the other way around. So in science of mind terms, Narcissus mistook the form for the truth. He loved the image of love, not the essence of love. So the law responded to his consciousness, and what he couldn't give, he couldn't receive. And this is what can happen when we believe that love comes from outside of us. When that happens, love becomes a reflection and not an expression. So, human love is conditional. It's dependent upon something else, something that seems separate from us, just like Narcissus' reflection in the water. Spirit, as love, must include even the things that we don't like and we don't want. Think of a parent's love for their child, even when that child decides to write on all the walls with crayons. Spirit isn't just life, by the way, but it's also death, in the sense that our reality is endlessly changing. It's full of infinite endings and infinite beginnings, so much so that when I zoom out and I try and look at the big picture, it's impossible to see where one thing ends and another thing begins. So I want to be really clear, though. There isn't anything wrong with human love, even though it might sound like I'm beating it up right now. Human love is both valid and necessary as a stepping stone toward experiencing Spirit as love. And this is because the longing behind human love encourages us to make connections. Human love, in my experience, is most often experienced when we're able to connect with someone else or something else, and that includes ourselves. Human love is felt every time we pet a beloved dog or cat. It's felt every time we give someone a hug. It's felt when we're out in nature watching a beautiful sunset. And what's beautiful about this is that human love can then point us back to Spirit as love in the same way that our reflection points back to us. Here's a really great example. It's from a poet named Jim Daniels, and this poem that I'm going to share with you, it's called Coming Home from the Hospital After My Son's Birth. The chimney next door tilts, precarious, just like it did yesterday. In the street, a red sports car revs and stalls. Good for a laugh. I wipe my tears. I strum a very tiny air guitar. Living like spirit as love, it gives us a greater awareness, just like Jim Daniels got a glimpse after his son was born. And this is what the science of mind encourages us to work toward. Living our life as spirit, as love. A life where we do our best to see beyond separation, to see beyond the limited perspective of our ego self. A life where we hold nothing outside of our heart. So it's no surprise, this can be challenging. I don't know anyone, including myself, who does this even close to perfectly. But that doesn't mean that we can't try. And Science of Mind has guided me in this way. I've always felt like the beauty of our Science of Mind teaching is that the entire teaching can all be summed up in one very simple phrase. Spirit is all there is. The challenge comes in figuring out, what do we do with that? What does that mean for our lives? And so that's what makes the Science of Mind a lifelong practice. That's why our center is here. So knowing this, it helps me remember that when I can imagine what living life as spirit, as love looks like, I then take a step toward a love that is unlike human love. And to do that, I have to ask myself a very important question. What does my life look like if I hold nobody outside my heart, including myself? What does a life that is guided by compassion and curiosity and courage and creativity and connection look like? What am I doing in this life? What am I thinking? Who am I with? What kind of values do I bring into this kind of life? Ask yourself that question now. I'll give you some time to think about it. Try it. Imagine, what would your life look like if you fully embodied what it means to live your life like spirit as love? Imagine that right now. What are you doing in this life? What kind of thoughts are you having? Who are you with? What values come up as you are spirit, as love, living its life? What does your life look like when you're spirit as love, with no conditions, no limits, and no barriers to that love? What does your life look like when you're living a love that acknowledges that there's nothing that's so broken that it has to be held apart? Imagine that. So come on back to us. Maybe you've heard this phrase. God made humans in its image, and humans return the favor. For so long, we've been projecting our human image and our belief in separation onto something it turns out is infinite. It's that projection, I believe, that leads to so many of the challenges and problems that we see in the world. But what if we could all remember that we are spirit living its life as love? What if we all acted this way? What if we truly embodied all that it means to exclude nothing from our heart? Well, that's a world I'd like to see. Now, this is a big idea, but I want to be clear because it's very important to remember that how we express spirit as love doesn't have to be big. It can be as small as making a gesture, like taking a trip to share some tea with a friend in companionship. You don't have to walk 8,000 miles without any money. You can if you want. But here's the thing about small gestures. They all add up. And when they are combined, they can move the entire world. No matter how small the gesture, they're all working together to raise us up to our spiritual magnificence. So don't stop writing your senators and representatives. Don't stop going to demonstrations that support your values. But when you do these things, check in with yourself and ask, how can I do this expressing spirit as love? So let everything that you do, let it be inspired by what it means for you to live your life as spirit, as love. So here's a summary of what we talked about today. Spirit as love is not like human love. There are no conditions to this love. There are no limitations and no barriers. It is not separate. It simply is. In fact, it's all that there is. You might even think of it as the animating force of all existence, just like Ernest Holmes did when he said that love is the self-givingness of spirit through the desire of life to express itself. I am spirit as love, and so are you. And when we can remember that, we become open to living our lives as love. We remember that we're not a wave apart from the ocean. We are a wave upon it, always connected, never separate. I invite you to start every day by affirming to yourself, I am spirit as love. I live my life as spirit, as love. Let's do that right now. I am spirit as love. I live my life as spirit, as love. Think every day about what your life looks like when you are spirit as love. And do this. You might just discover that you never left that infinite field beyond wrongdoing and right doing. Turns out that you've been dancing in it all along. And so let's take that into prayer. And if you'd like a copy of the Spiritual Mind Treatment, come and find me out by the statue of Saraswati out in the social hall. There is only one life, one presence, one spirit that is the source of all creation. Spirit's self-givingness is called love. It is love. There is no limit to spirit as love. There is no limit to love. Spirit lives its life as love, and so I live my life as love. I open to the boundless love within me. I allow my heart to open to all that love is. The spiritual love within me is what guides me every day. I know that love knows how to express my life in ways that benefit all. It is endlessly creative. I know that when I remember this love, there are no barriers, no borders, no limitations. Living as spirit, as love, gives me the compassion to hold the whole of existence in my heart. I embrace love and I use it to express life. I open to all the ways that love can express life through me. Spirit, as love, gives me the power and presence to embrace life with compassion, curiosity, and courage. I allow my expression of spirit, of love, to be guided by the ideas of a world that works for everyone, a world where we collectively express the love of spirit in all things. Spirit as love raises me to my spiritual magnificence. I am spirit as love. I live my life as spirit as love. I am grateful. I release my word into the law of mind, and together we say, and so it is. So I invite you to take a nice deep breath, breathing in, let out a big sigh. We use our breath to help us to transition to our practice of spiritual circulation at the center. And our center is supported primarily by the financial gifts that you share here, but also by the incredible volunteers like you heard about from our youth and family video this morning. So please know how grateful we are for all that you share with this community and all the ways that you show up to be spirit as love in this community. So if you do choose to give financially today, there are a number of ways that you can give. The first is going online to our website, cslsr.org/donate, and you can give online there. We also have text to give, and you can send a text message to that phone number, and it'll walk you through how to set it up. I use that myself. And we will pass the baskets today. So I invite our ushers to stand and to hold the space as we enter into our offering ritual. I invite you to hold your gift close to your heart, to that boundless love within your heart, and then repeat after me. I bless my gift. I send it forth to heal and prosper. It does incredible work in the world. And so it is. Ushers, please receive the gift.
Oh, divine, infinite one. There you are. I lean into you. Divine, infinite one, I lean into you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Rama 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 Sitaram. Oh Rama Sitaram. Rama Sitaram. Rama Sitaram. Rama Rama, oh Rama divine infinite one. I lean into you. Oh, divine infinite one. I lean into you.
Let's lean into a little more love for our band. Spirit in stillness. Leaves whisper, senses awaken. Truth blooms line by line. That was a haiku. It's a sample of what you'll discover in Elias Owen's new class, The Spirit of Haiku. Inspired by Clark Strand's Seeds from a Birch Tree, this class encourages you to slow down, notice more, and find joy in everyday life. No poetry experience is needed, just curiosity and a pen. Classes begin Monday, August 18th at 6 p.m. Membership at our center comes with many benefits: a free workshop and a spiritual coaching session, a document in our bookstore, a discount in our bookstore. Or maybe you want to use that discount to buy a document, I'm not sure. And the knowledge that our center has become your spiritual home. Join Dr. Edward and Reverend Russ next Sunday on August 10th, in person and online, for our next free new member class, where you will learn all about membership and how you can join. Discover the power of your mind, starting the week of August 24th with 2 new classes. The first is Reverend Tara Steele's workshop, Sparks of Awareness, where you'll discover how to experience the compassion, curiosity, and courage that comes from the spirit within you. And then Reverend Sayota Bell is leading Consciousness and the Creative Process. It is a 6-week class designed to help you use the creative process to reclaim your power in the midst of a chaotic world. Pick up an education catalog at the info desk and on our website. It has a complete list of all of our classes, and you can sign up for everything on our website, including a scholarship for consciousness and the creative process. Artists and crafters, you're invited to be part of our new holiday art and craft fundraiser that's going to happen in December. If you'd like to donate your original high-quality work, pick up a donation form at the info desk or visit our website. Donations are now open, and all proceeds go directly to support our center. If you have a nonprofit that you love that's making a difference, today is the last day to let us know. Nominate your favorite nonprofit for our center to support financially next year by heading to our website and clicking on the Make a Difference image. Emergency Prep Help is offering a free 2-part workshop starting this Tuesday, August 5th. You'll learn how to prepare for emergencies and get a free go bag with essentials. It's open to everyone, not just seniors. And today is the last day to sign up. There's a flyer with more info at the info desk. And our next round of Circles for Spiritual Connection. It begins the week of August 24th. These small groups are a great way to build friendships, reflect on the Sunday message, and deepen your practice. You can sign up online or at the info table. Our lead facilitator, Chris Kelly, will get in touch with available groups. And finally, Astra Fox's Joyful Frequency Song Circle is back this Thursday at the center at 6:30 p.m. Come and sing with her and discover the healing power of song. Now, please enjoy a video from our August nonprofit partner, The Living Room. Thank you so much for being a part of our community, and have a wonderful week.
It is crucial to have a place like the living room for women and children, to have a place to go during the day if they're staying at a shelter, if the shelter requires for them to leave during the day, to have a safe haven to come, to recharge their batteries, to talk to a case manager in order to maybe build, some future plan for housing, for connecting them with social services, etc., etc. The list is endless here. It truly is a safe haven for women and children.
They have provided, I think, 34 resources for housing, and that's quite a few, more than anyone else. Just anything you need, they have a daily list that you can go through of what you need. Everything, and whatever you need, they can help you with.
You don't know what's out there and what kind of help you can get. And if it wasn't for this place, I would be curled up in a corner somewhere crying because I wouldn't know what to do, and meeting sweet ladies and getting friendships going, it really helps to know that you're not alone, that there is other women going through it, and together we're more powerful.
The love they have in their heart, it's priceless for someone who is experiencing trauma that goes with homelessness or the risk of homelessness. I can only imagine that finding a place like this is absolutely amazing.
Their hearts are so real and so pure and so on their mission, and they're mission driven. It never wavers, So they have helped me. They're like, for me, it's my family, because I don't have my family in my life. And I think about them so much. The director is just phenomenal.
That spirit is love. It is time to bring our service to a close. Before we do, though, if you're having a challenging time, if you would like to experience Spirit as love, as you, please take advantage of our after-service prayer. You can go see Joyce in the corner at the white table there. She will direct you to one of our prayer practitioners. If you're watching online, there is a link that you can go to receive free confidential prayer online over Zoom. So please do take advantage of that. It's a wonderful way to recharge your spiritual batteries. Okay, I invite us all to stand as we are able and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I accept it. Just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Know with me that you are never alone, that Spirit is right where you are, that you have only to look within at any moment to know that you're guided, sustained, and empowered by a presence that expresses itself as you in this world. In deepest gratitude, let us live our lives accordingly so that in everything that we do and we say and we think, we honor this presence within. And so it is. Be sure to check out the living room and our youth volunteers on your way out into the sanctuary. Have a wonderful week, and let's close in song.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand